Good evening. We are. Iraq, thank you for your service. Unless you live in Iraq, you do. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, New York behind the lines. Connecticut also behind the lines. Get some money from Canada, eh? I know you hosers are having some problems up there with Mr. Trudeau. Yeah, Trudeau's have to go. I know we're going to be dealing with here. New Hampshire, Louisiana. We're glad to be back. It's been a while. Things have been quite hectic for us. As you may or may not know, Heather was down with COVID. They put her down for a while, and God, I don't know what else has been going on.
Okay, we're gonna jump into questions. We have a few that were submitted earlier tonight. If you guys would like to donate to us tonight, you can do that by hitting the $, the super function. You can donate to get your question bumped to the top, or if you would just like to donate, we'd appreciate it. Our preferred method is donor box, and that link can also be found on smallarmsolutions.com. I'm going to pop it into the chat line here as well. Everybody's mic's okay, so I don't know what the issue is with audio. Chris, do you not have that plugged in the back all the way?
Yeah. Check.
It's possibly he didn't snap it in all the way. Let's check it.
In.
Maybe take it out and put it back in and just see. Case, then they could...
Okay, it's back in.
Hopefully that's better. If not, it could be connection. I'm not sure. But mics are good and on our end. Okay, audio is good. All right. Smallarmsolutions.com. It's also put into line. You can put your question in the comment section, or if you just want to donate, we'd appreciate it. We know times are tough. They're certainly tough over here at SAS with the rising costs of everything. And yeah, but we're gonna kick it off. Campbell was the first one today. He said, "Thank you for putting in the effort to make a great informative YouTube channel. Much love from Southern Louisiana." Thank you, Campbell. He didn't have a question.
Thank you.
Sean on Donor Box, he did not put a question there. Sean, if you have a question, you can email it to me separately at hbartacci@smallarmsolutions.com, and I will get to it. I have my phone here, so as soon as it comes through, I read it out. Bo on Donor Box, thank you, Bo. He said thoughts on Smith& Wesson 10 millimeter 2.0.
Well, it's interesting because not only Smith& Wesson came out with a 10 millimeter right now, so did Sig, and I have one of the Sig 10 millimeters on the way. Um, I have not seen the Smith& Wesson. We were recently at NRA last weekend, and I did stop by the Smith& Wesson booth, and they were a little less than courteous when I tried to find somebody there from media to get to get a contact to get guns sent to me. But again, I did see I do have one coming from Sig, so unfortunately, I haven't really had my hands on yet. But you will be seeing a review on the new Sig 10 millimeter.
Thank you so much, Sean. I said no question. You guys are great. Appreciate it. Yes, I know that there was some issues with us attending or Chris attending NRA, but we don't, attend as members, and regardless of what anyone's beliefs or affiliations or disagreements with that organization are, it's our job to attend those kind of shows to see what's new and upcoming in the market. And unfortunately, that's the way we see those. So we're just trying to bring content. And we lost some subscribers over just even posting an NRA video, but we lost. It was just some content to show you, through the show. And then also it really gave us some really great interviews over the course of 4 days. We have, the Carl Lewis was amazing. He gave us a lot of his time to sit down for 3 hours
Never been done
and
before.
talk. And he was great. He was worried about it, but he was absolutely natural on camera. I think all the guys that came in over the weekend, they were all pretty kind of stressed about being on camera, and they all did really well. And they all had like a pretty easy banter and conversation with Chris that just like filmed really well. And you can even kind of see at a certain point where Carl gets, comfortable, and he starts playing around with the flashlight on one of the guns that he's holding and stuff. So it's kind of a cute moment. But yeah, we have the guys from Battle Arms Development. We have an interview from that. And I thought he was just so intelligent and amazing. And the stuff, his background, he worked for Disney, and he was an Imagineer, and
George Wang.
he did casinos, and he took all of that just brilliance and like put it into firearms. So we have some great stuff coming from that. We have Chris Royce, and then we have Monty from Centurion. So we have some good interviews that have been filmed. It was an intense 4 days.
Yes, it was.
But we have some good stuff coming up. Gru's Garage, thank you so much. Let's see if he has a question.
Something else
I don't see one. Great, go ahead.
Something else I'm sort of excited about. Small Arm Solutions is going to be having our first intern. I was sort of lucky enough. It was by chance I was meeting with LWRCI, the president, Mr. Bernstein, and there was probably a 20-year-old college student who was he's going for mechanical engineer, and he was looking for a internship with LWRCI. His background was all, he's a shooter, but he wants to go into the firearms industry. As you may or may not know, this industry right now is in desperate need of engineers, especially in desperate need of young engineers. Fortunately is a field that a lot of people don't want to get into. So I just happened to be there, and I was asking him what his firearms background was. For as far as mechanics, he didn't really have a lot. So, well, it turns out being that he's got a 3-month interview or 3-month internship with LWRC starting the end of the month. And he's going to be here with me for probably about a week to week and a half. And I'm going to be supplementing what he's doing there by giving him all the firearms knowledge that I've accrued, mechanics and things of such. So I'm sort of excited about having my first intern for that. That was really interesting. He's
not really an intern because he's not working for Small Arm Solutions in any way or assisting Small Arm Solutions. You're basically helping him develop his, future career. So intern is probably not the best word. An intern would mean that he works for Small Arm Solutions and assists in our filming and editing and production and printing and all those other things. Not working for Small Arm Solutions in any way or capacity. He's basically just coming to absorb your information and knowledge.
Okay. And we have tons of stuff here. NRA was good for us because I was able to make contacts that I have with the SHOT Show in a couple of years. I was able to make a lot of contacts at SHOT, to get more stuff in for you guys. We have a lot of stuff that we got on backlog right here to get content out.
Thoughts on Frankenstein AR-15 piston gas system?
I haven't seen that yet.
What's your opinion on the new M5?
Oh boy. Um, I think it's a complete disaster. I don't think that it's going to come to fruition. I think once that it's fielded, the soldiers are not going to like it because they're carrying a gun as heavy as the M14. They're carrying a caliber that makes it so if you don't have the suppressor on it, it is deafening. It's a complete step backwards because of the recoil and fully automatic. It's going to be horrible for media engagements for ambushes. Um, 80,000 psi, not to mention putting the suppressor on there. So probably looking at over 100,000 psi. No, I think the machine gun I think would be a good idea, but the rifle, no way. I think it's going to be they're going to buy some of them. It's not going to go anywhere. I don't think the M4 is going anywhere anytime soon. That's a complete step backwards, and I can't imagine anybody putting this in the hands of a regular soldier.
Well, before we get too far in, I want to talk about Battle Mug because Chris has been very overly excited about this Battle Mug for him with our logo and his name.
Man's mug.
And I know a lot of you have been asking about it. He's had a few times on Q&As and about like where to get it and all of that. We've been trying to get you guys a code so that you can save some money on them because they're not exactly the cheapest thing in the world. Um, Without engraving or anything on them, they're $200. It is machined from a 10.5-pound solid bar of 6061 T6 billet aluminum into a 2-pound sculpted American-made work of art.
Absolutely.
It's heavy. I mean, it can double as a dumbbell for you and help you bulk up your arms too at the same
1913
time.
rails.
Yeah.
I've added regular M16 carrying handle onto it. And we also have a thing I've put on it. They call it TITS, actually. It's a tactical incendiary treble case, which is for a cigar. So he's put a scope mount on there. I haven't really got to that yet, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, if you go to battlemug.com, they actually have more information about things that you can mount on there. And the mug without the carry handle is $200. I guess you should say that too. The carry handle
separate.
is a separate thing. We are going to be doing a little Father's Day raffle for the channel to help with Small Arm Solutions printing costs and just channel costs in general. It's going to be a fun little thing for Father's Day. It's just going to be 2 weeks long. So 2 weeks from tonight, we will be drawing a winner for it. This mug is valued at over $300. And yeah, it'll come with the Small Arm Solutions logo on it or your name custom etched on it. So we think that that's pretty cool. Tickets are going to be $10 each or 3 for $25. So that is on smallarmsolutions.com right now. There's a picture of it too. Chris took on his bench today with a SAS logo in the back, so you get a better view of it and everything. But yeah, it's a pretty cool mug, and I think it'll be a cool gift for Father's Day or for yourself. But it's expensive right now. This mug is sold out online. But if you are interested in any of the other products, you can use code SAS and you will save 10% off of your order. So
And this one here that you get, and also, so
I said that.
that's awesome. I love these things. These are I had one years ago. It's not supposed to go in the dishwasher, but unfortunately it was. And basically that's the chemicals in that it strips off anodizing. So I just sent mine in to get it repaired. But absolutely love these things.
Go figure. You can't put your gun in the dishwasher. What do you think of Delton rifles?
I got a contact from them at NRA to get one of their rifles for review. I've been trying to get one for quite some time. In fact, I did my two-part series on buying ARs on a budget. That was one of the ones I wanted to put in there, but I couldn't get them to send me one. I couldn't get a hold of anybody there, so which is why it wasn't in there. So I can't tell you that right now. I can tell you that's one of the ones that's on the list to get into here.
Does the length of a gas system matter on an external piston rifle, mid-length carbine, or does it only matter for internal piston guns?
Both. As the further you are away from the chamber, the less pressure you're going to have in the gas system. So no, it doesn't matter whether it's internal or external piston. It just happens to be where the gas port is.
Oh, thank you so much, Cruise Garage. That's very nice of you.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of issues of audio and video. It can't be from our side because normally we get an error message and it would be up on the screen that tells me that audio is clipped, or the connection is clipped. It sounds like it might be more of a YouTube specific problem because we do have a very low number of people in here compared to what we normally have. Some people are saying if you exit YouTube and go back in, it fixes it. So I don't know if you're still having problems, you might want to try that. Um, LMT enhanced BCG win. Well, I can tell you that was one of the first things I said to Carl, and I don't know many things about guns, but I said, "Well, Carl, I can tell you the number one question is going to be, when can I get my hands on an LMT enhanced bolt carrier?" And he was like, he basically had the same sentiments that everybody does in the industry right now. All the guys that we brought in, from Centurion and Battle, Bad and LMT, they also the same. They're made from aluminum. The prices of aluminum. See, now it says the connection is unstable. Are skyrocketing,
You know,
um,
on
and there's
materials.
a shortage. I mean, we're running into the same problem having Black Rifle 2 reprinted. If you don't know about that, that's on smallarmsolutions.com as well. Um, there's a paper shortage. Who would figure? I mean, I guess it's everything, but yeah, there's a paper shortage, and everything is more expensive. It's triple what it used to be. I actually just read today that someone was saying that eggs are going to be like $1 each. That it's going to be the highest increase in uh,
Wow.
food bills since the 80s. So I'm pretty thankful that I have the chickens that I have, and hopefully they keep producing. But yeah, it's rough. He doesn't have he has no idea when that the BCG is going to be available. It's just
That's a very specific item because of the material of bolt. He has to get that specific material in, and it's relatively expensive to produce because it's extremely hard to machine. You go through a lot of tools, and it dulls the tools up and everything. But it's one of his most popular products that he's using for the New Zealand Defense Force as well. I just really a great interview. As I said, I've known Carl for 20 years, and he's never done an interview like that. And to actually get him to myself for probably 4 or 5 hours, I picked him up from the airport and came here. We did that and went and had dinner. Uh, it was really really nice having to have him for that time. He's such a nice guy.
Are you excited for the Sig P320 10 millimeter?
I am. I'm curious to how the recoil is going to be compared to the Glock. It's the P320 series is extremely. The system is very very versatile, being able to switch calibers and such. Um, I I'm very anxious to take a look at one. Fortunately, I do have ammo for that one too. I don't usually have a lot of ammo for 10 millimeter, but I just happen to have some from my last one I did with a Glock. So we're gonna be putting some rounds through it.
Yeah, if you ever want to set up a call, just email me at hbartachi@smallarmsolutions.com and I can talk to you about that. We do consulting calls in 15-minute increments if anyone is interested in that. Rollis on Donor Box. You didn't put a question in there. If you have one, just email it to me separately at hbartachi@smallarmsolutions.com. Otherwise, thank you so much. Christopher on Donor Box. Thank you, Christopher. Suggestions for a 308 6.5 cylinder urban rifle, Mars H, Robinson XCR, etc. 18-inch ish barrel, lightweight would be nice. 700 to 800 yard, maybe more.
Well, I don't know if I would want to go with the barrel short. The minimum I would want to go with on a 6.5 Creedmoor would be 20. For as far as the 7.62, 18.5 is the sweet spot for that one. Just the way the caliber is on the 6.5 Creedmoor. Quite frankly, myself, I have both the XCRM and I have the LMT with interchangeable barrels. The beauty of both of those systems is the ability to change calibers. One gun to change calibers, and with that, it's only the barrel you have to change. The same bolt, same magazine. Um, I tend to probably go more towards the LMT due to the fact that it is a internal piston, fully free-floated barrel, where the XCR, you do have an external piston, so you do have it does sacrifice a little bit of your accuracy. Um, but for something that's urban like that, I don't know if you see a difference for what you're doing in a closer environment like that. But for the longer range, the LMT, you'll be happy with both of those guns. They're both excellent guns.
Just wanted to with the Wick Sporter match bar from a gun show recently for $1,500, slap side July 1990 production.
Wow. A Sporter, yeah, 1990 production. Well, your Sporter would be pre 94. That probably would be from I would say 2000. I'm sorry, maybe from 1992, 93, when Colts Manufacturing, or when Colts Industries was sold, and it became Colts Manufacturing. So that would probably be around 92, 93, and then 94 is the ban. So that would be that time period there. It probably has the auto sear block, and of course it has the 170 diameter hammer trigger pins, and no bayonet lug.
We're getting a lot of people saying that they're still having issues with audio and video. Yeah, I guess I can try to exit out and see if that helps. We will be right back.